One down. Solarte. Real heartwarming story, a sad story for sure. Solarte lost his wife to cancer last year. He is raising their 3 daughters. They were in attendance over Father's Day weekend in Milwaukee when he hit the 2 big home runs Saturday. Juliette, his wife, passed away last year, and in the offseason, Solarte won the Tony Conigliaro Award, which honors spirit, determination, and courage, as he has dealt with that family tragedy. Here's his home run from the 3rd inning. First as a right-handed batter this season. Give him a lot of credit for coming back and trying to be the best dad he can, while also being a big league player. Not easy. And he lines one out into left center. That one's going to roll to the bullpen door. And he'll slide in with a double.
He's been swinging a hot bat of late and continues here tonight. Cuts off that cutter before it could get in on him. John left it out over the plate a wee bit. Schwarber has to chase it down all the way to the wall.
There's Myers.
Myers likely to be anxious here. This RBI situation. See if Lester tries to exploit that, work him out of the zone. Boy, 96 pitches already, huh?
Yeah.
It snuck up on me. Five punch outs. He's issued 1 walk.
I don't know if you caught the Ken Rosenthal column on FoxSports.com. He talked to Jake Arrieta over the weekend. I didn't even know this, but Jake disclosed that his mother-in-law has been struggling with her health.
Yeah, I did read that article.
These guys are human beings too, and they don't just play baseball.
You know, there's a whole lot of life going on outside of the clubhouse in the baseball diamond.
0-2 bounces in front of the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Myers.
Well, for the most part, players have an amazing capacity to compartmentalize and focus on the task at hand when they get to the ballpark.
His mother-in-law Debbie has undergone a couple of brain operations over the past 6 months. Myers pulls one foul toward the Cubs dugout.
Yeah, he's going to want to drive in this run mode. So if I'm John, I continue to expand and work out of the zone. Myers was the Padre All-Star representative last year. Sure would love to be so again this year. It's a very crowded field, though, at first base.
Called strike 3. First strikeout of the looking variety for Leicester here tonight. Grammy Award-winning Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees Green Day will make their performance debut at Wrigley Field Thursday, August 24th. The band's stop at the friendly confines, part of their Revolution Radio Summer Tour. Tickets are available now at Cubs.com/Green Day. Welcome to paradise. 6 strikeouts now for Leicester. Liner caught by Baez. Renfroe's out. Padres done in the 5th, leading this ball game 2-1.
I got to make a lot of tough calls. Does Italian beef go better with Chianti or with a floral Chablis? Shopping at Benny's Beverage Depot is always the easy call. Don't argue with the ump. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Play ball.
So I'm never gonna let you go. I'll hold you forever. Oh, baby, I'm gonna let you know we belong together. We belong together.
Your home, your auto. Together, they're where life happens. That's why State Farm protects them together to help life go right. Combine and save. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
When you drive the most rewarded minivan of the year, you look like a winner. But back in our pre-Pacifica days, you suffered our share of loss. Dad may be shining like a diamond today, but he wasn't always the people's champion.
What are you doing?
Thanks to our Pacifica, he knows better now. Just wish he knew better then.
Bad boy for life.
The right family vehicle makes up for the wrong one. Get yours at the Drive and Discover Pacifica event.
Get 0% financing for 60 months plus $1,000 total bonus cash when you purchase the 2017 Chrysler Pacifica.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan here with an unlimited baseball break brought to you by T-Mobile with the NBA draft coming up on Thursday. Trade room involving Jimmy Butler heating up big time. The latest rumblings have Tom Thibodeau and the T-Wolves interested in the Bulls guard, and the Cavaliers trying to set up a 3-team deal in an effort to acquire Butler, but they fired their GM tonight. All the latest news comes your way later on In the Loop Prime. Now back to Len and JD at Wrigley.
Cap, thank you very much. You can see it is a gorgeous night. Temperature around 70. Wind not a factor, which makes it a story here at Wrigley Field. And on quote neutral nights like this park normally tilts toward the offense with the short gaps at 368.
Little ripple in the flags. Just starting to pick up a little bit. Earlier in the ball game, they're pretty limp. That was just one gorgeous sight.
That's about as hard as the wind has blown since the first pitch. And you know what that is, JD? It's a summer wind.
I can hear it now.
So tomorrow, I believe, is the longest day of the year in terms of sunlight, right?
One of these days upcoming.
That's a fair ball. Into the left field corner. Baez on his way to second base. He's got a double.
Well, that's the magic word. A 2-base hit. I don't think Darno was going to throw him out if he fields this ball, but he might have been able to hold him to a single. Awkward lunge. That might have been one worth leaving your feet just to knock it down, but I'm sure his intent was if I can stay up and get it, I might have a shot at throwing him out. Great chance to tie this ball game now.
Key batter here, Almora, with the pitcher Lester on deck. Although John came up with a big hit in his last start.
Yeah, interesting. The Padres anticipating bunt here.
Yeah.
With Lester on deck.
Well, maybe they're thinking bunt. Almora gets Baez to third, and Lester gets him home.
Either that or they're thinking bunt pinch hitter. John up around 100 pitches. Meanwhile, Richard at just 55 pitches made. A pretty simple approach. He throws his fastball about 65% of the time, so he's not really trying to fool you. He's just looking for early contact with that sinking fastball. Some the occasional slider, change up.
Two and one. Andy Green, a former Major League infielder.
A high school valedictorian and played his college ball at Kentucky. He was a teammate with Brandon Webb there. Former Cy Young Award winner for the Diamondbacks. Speaking of ground ball pitchers.
140 Major League games for Green between 2004 and 2009. They turned 40 in a couple of weeks. Ball four. Here comes Lester. Longtime CSN director Terry Cortez's son Tyler at the ball game and enjoying it tonight. Good to see Tyler. The Padres infield will all gather behind the mound to discuss strategy here with Richard.
Well, we'll see how aggressively they defend the bunt here. It's only the 5th inning, so I would imagine the mindset from the dugout would be, hey, make sure you get an out. If you're maybe in the later stages of the game, you pursue a little more aggressively to try to nail a lead runner. But you got Baez, who's fast on at second. And a very heady base runner.
Looked like Richard, the former quarterback, was huddling up his teammates.
Yeah, calling an audible.
On 2.
Okay, we're going to go wheel play. You see Myers giving the signals to the infielders as to what the bunt defense is going to be. Straight bunt defense in this situation. His third baseman holds his ground as long as possible.
And he bunted through it. 1-1. Boy, there is a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, I don't know. Darno wasn't really crashing, but Ibar was breaking as if the wheel play was on. Normally, if you're wheeling there, that means shortstop races to cover third, third baseman and first baseman both crash aggressively.
Now Myers just looked into the dugout, and he's and the rest of the infield. The plan.
Yeah, and they may be a little bit more aggressive here, assuming with 2 strikes that John's definitely going to be into bunt mode. I don't know. It's always hard to guess with Joe in this situation.
He squares, and it's low and outside.
Bunt defense plays you spend a lot of time working on in spring training.
And he's out as he fouls on the bunt attempt.
How do you get to Wrigley Field? The Cubs suggest taking public transportation. They do offer a free bike check that's located by the Addison Red Line station. And if you drive, the Cubs provide free remote parking and shuttle service on night and weekend games. For information, visit the A to Z guide at Cubs.com.
John Jay singled in the third inning.
John wore the Padre blue last year. Ooh, he's looking to hook there. He's going to try to whack one into that right field corner. He'd run all day if he were able to do that.
Double by Baez. Almora walked. Lester struck out. And one on John Jay.
Hitters play hunches. And they look for a certain pitch. They'll look in a certain zone. They'll adjust. The good ones will as the at-bat goes on.
Padres infield have been good behind Richard tonight. You've got to have guys who can make plays in the infield behind a super baller like Richard. They've turned 2 double plays already.
This is a ground ball staff that the Padres have. They get a lot of outs on the ground. Trevor Cahill, that's a big part of his game, currently on the disabled list.
Cubs down a run, 5th inning. Inside move as Richard really paying attention to Baez, the tying run at second. Bounce to third. Darno steps on the bag. Low throw. Myers digs it out. Third double play ball. Coaxed by Richard. This time 5-3 to end the inning.
So why do your low fares come with 2 free bags unlike the other guys?
'Cause I know I can treat you better.
And why do your low fares stay so low?
'Cause I know I can treat you better.
Why am I wasting time with that other airline?
When you should be with me instead.
Yes. What? Southwest.
Hey, Chicago. Say yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency.
Who needs a cell phone when everybody you want to talk to is already here? Well, okay. They do come in handy at times.
Honda knows you're always on the lookout for something better, which is why we took the best-selling CUV in America and gave it more interior space than ever before. Even smoother handling. And a sharp new exterior. So if you're looking for something truly impressive, look no further. The new CR-V. Nothing compares to a Honda.
We'll always brew our beer to have more taste and be less filling. Because we believe that if you compromise on taste, you can taste the compromise. Miller Lite. Hold true.
We move to the 6th here here at Wrigley Field. Cubs trailing by a run. This is your Miller Lite game report. A couple health updates to pass along. Jason Hayward, Addison Russell, according to Joe Madden, will likely be back in the lineup tomorrow. Jason Hayward still dealing with an injury on his throwing hand, and Addison Russell having
smoke, and the bases are loaded. Infield single for Shin-Soo Choo, his second hit of the night.
The first one was a line drive to left field. This one into no man's land. Communication, Blue Jays just can't get there. Estrada dives for the ball. Smoke, all he can do is pick it up and just hold on to it. There was no way that Goins was going to be able to get over to first base. Might have been better off to let Goins handle that one and try and get Smoke over at first base to get Choo. Now after Marco dove for that ball, they're going to have to catch his breath just a little bit. Martin and now Tulowitzki out there to talk to Estrada. This is a big part of the ball game. Just like that, they haven't had the ball out of the infield. They've got the bases loaded.
Andrus, the batter, 3 for his last 20, including tonight. Bases are loaded, full of Rangers, as the Jays lead 5-1 here in the home half of the fourth. And a fastball.
Good pitch up and away to Andrus right there. Not much that he could do with that. He has left 31 runners on base in the month of June. Hasn't come up with many clutch hits. That's the 5th highest total in the American League. 31 runners he has left on base. They want to leave 3 more right here.
Estrada to the plate. Over the weekend against Seattle, just had a pair of hits. And prior to yesterday, they had struck out at least once in 12 consecutive games. He struck out in the bottom of the first and a single in the third. Fouled off to the right side. And another fastball.
Marco's got a little extra juice on his fastball. That one was 91. The previous was 92.
Well, you get loose in a hurry in this weather.
Well, that was adrenaline right there. He's got the bases loaded. An infield hit and a couple of walks. He wants to take them himself.
Gomez at third. Lucroy at second. Choo at first. Estrada comes set in the 1-2. Fouled off to the right side.
Okay, now he's got him in swing mode. You can throw a bad breaking ball here if you want. Maybe pick up the strikeout. Try your bread and butter pitch, your changeup. You've thrown 4 straight fastballs.
Ground ball through the left side. 1 run is in. And the second run is in. It got by Donaldson and then Tulowitzki. And a single that drives in a pair. Both of the walks coming around to score. First Gomez and then Lucroy.
He threw him a changeup, seeing eye hit. As Lucroy comes around third base, will score without a throw. Not a bad pitch from Estrada, but Andrus stayed on it, and it was up just a little bit. Not a bad idea on the pitch, he just didn't execute it.
Andrus going through the pitch sequence with the first base coach, Hector Ortiz. Nomar Mazara is the batter. He had a solo home run in the bottom of the first inning. Fielder's choice back in the third, reaching base. Two away. Can Estrada get out of the inning here? And a fastball up and in. Jays lead by 2 now. Shin-Soo Choo at second. Infield single. Andrews over at first base with a lead. Smoke plays behind him. Shaded up the middle is Tulowitzki. And the pitch misses away. And the count now 2-0 to the youthful and dangerous Mazara.
Mazara's home run and RBI has now put him in the top 10 in RBIs in the American League. 45 RBIs this season.
Mazara last 29 games.